Today, I spent most of the day driving from the winery area, which was just superb, unbelievably nice. I mean, if you want to get married, a honeymoon, take out the best date ever, just go and have the best wine with the best views around the nicest, kindest people of all time. Mendoza's winery area is it feasibly has to be on the bucket list. But today we drove about 8, 9 hours to getting closer to Buenos Aires. We're in a city right outside of Cordoba. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Someone came at me for that, but that's the only way I know how to. In a very nice hotel. Again, $100 a night for a like 4.5 star hotel, which would, I mean, it's really nice scenery. I mean, the ceilings are kind of messed up, but views are very nice here. And I love Argentina. I love Argentina. I am very much considering spending the Argentine summer. It's just the opposite of the US for their weather. Right now it is fall going into winter, and we are in spring going into summer. So I'm thinking about spending potentially the Argentine summer or going to Argentina for the summer, depending on how much I like Buenos Aires, which I think I'm going to love it because of how much I love this. It's amazing. I Someone did ask me, Josh, does this motivate you to want to learn Spanish? And in theory, I would love to learn Spanish. But right now, I'm focused on practicing my English and becoming a bit better communicator in English. I mean, for heaven's sake, I don't know how I could multitask that and become fluent in Spanish. Now, living in a Spanish speaking country like I will be for the summer in Colombia, I will naturally become better at Spanish. Maybe I can do Duolingo for 5 minutes a day. But boy, I get lazy. And especially when my mind's on work and doing other things. It is that's what I should do. I should learn Spanish. I mean, I'm just yapping right now, but it's already 11 o'clock. Tomorrow we're going to be in Cordoba. It's about a 2 hour drive from where we are right now. And I don't know what to expect. It seems very nice. It seems very ancient and very historical. They have one of the oldest colleges. It was dated back to in the early 1600s. So there's a lot of history. Apparently, a lot of nightlife. So we might go out tomorrow night. But my problem is the bars and stuff don't open until 11 p.m. 11 p.m. And I go to bed at 11 p.m. and not going out. And I don't really love going out, but it would be fun going out with Shane and George, the two guys I'm with right now. Just trying to experience Argentina to the fullest. I've not been doing really much work at all, virtually nothing. I've been getting the bare minimum done, and the results have still been really good. This is why you set up systems that work while you're gone. So you can spend a few weeks traveling and not being super stressed about work or not making money. I mean, I'm still making money while I'm not working, or like technically am with one of the guys I work with right now, but with everyone else, I'm not doing a hell of a lot, but I'm still making more money because of the systems that I've hopefully put in place to allow that to occur. And I'm hoping to grow that trend to where I can take on a lot more work and still not really have to do anything. That would be the ideal situation. And traveling like this, experiencing the absolute wonders of this world, because that's what it is. The world is so much better than than you can really imagine. If you get outside of a 4x4 block radius of, the inner city, I mean, everything is just surreal. I don't know who could be in a bad mood or hate life doing these kinds of things. So that motivates me even more to want to grow my business so I can make more money so I can do this whenever I want, all the time if I want to. And it sucks that most people would never be able to experience this because they work a regular job. They could maybe take one vacation time, but not as frequently as I would like to. So I'm setting my life up to do what the hell I want to when I want to do it. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm just getting out the shower, clearly, after a good dinner. I mean, everything's great here. The food, the weather. I know that when it's winter time, which is coming up, it will be pretty chilly. But during the daytime, right now, it's like 75 degrees, perfectly sunny. I'm now excited to live in Colombia for the summer too. I forgot how nice it is in South America and how pleasant the people are and how much they actually want you in their business. That's the number one thing that I truly, truly love is every single person. They are so pleasant to be around. They are very happy, genuinely happy. It's not like if you're in an inner city and people are fake nice. No, no, no. When you go to a restaurant in, let's say, LA or somewhere, the waitresses or the waiters might be nice, but they're just looking for a 20% tip. Just scan the button, just tap to tip me at the end. Where the people here are genuinely happy for you to be there. It's tough to articulate because most people have not experienced this with having non-business owners, regular waiters and waitresses, truly, genuinely to their core, and you can tell they're being authentic, that they are just happy for you to be there. And they are incredibly attentive. And it's it's amazing having that level of service. It's something that I take a lot of joy in. That it's something that I can't just say. You would have to experience it to know to know what I mean. There's so many times like that when we were driving through the Andes Mountains, when you just turn corners and see the most breathtaking views ever. You can talk about it on the internet and I can show you videos, but it's nothing like actually being there and tasting the fresh air with the windows down and the bright sun beaming at you and you can see the crevices of every single gradient of the mountains and where the water level rises when it floods. Being there is where you get that moment, and not by reading about it online or watching a show about it. Though that's not what you remember. Right? I don't think when I'm on my deathbed or any bed dreaming, I will be thinking about what I watched on TV and that movie that I saw that was just spectacular. I think what I will be seeing is the experiences that I had with the people that I cared a lot about, because that's what I dream about now. Why would it be any different? I've never dreamed about myself scrolling on my phone and being off your phone because there's no internet when you're driving and you're just forced to be engulfed in the natural beauties of the world. I mean, it puts a whole nother perspective on things that I'm just so grateful for. And it's tough to look at this much natural beauty and think that it was just some accident that the world was crafted. When you see the sheer size of these mountains, it would need it to say that there's no kind of creator along with evolution and science that has developed it. It would be tough. It would be tough to rationalize that with just how marvelous this stuff really is. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. You got to get out your damn house sometimes. And I think this trip is so much better because not a single thing was planned. We literally just said, we're just going to drive. We're going to make some stops. When something seems nice, we're going to stay. I mean, we had no intentions of staying in Mendoza more than one day, but we decided we'll spend one day in the inner city, one day in the winery. Then we were driving here, and this place is spectacular. So we said, let's spend one day here. Then we'll go to Cordoba and spend the night there tomorrow. And then, oh, Rosario doesn't look too nice. We'll just go straight to Buenos Aires. We are just going with the flow, where that is what opens up the avenues for these very spontaneous moments, where it wouldn't be possible if you plan everything out to the millisecond and you have to stick to a schedule and you're on vacation, but it's a work vacation because you have plans from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., from 1:15 p.m. to 6 p.m., then dinner at 6:30, and you plan everything out, and we're just going with the flow. and we're doing what we want when we want to. That's freedom. That's freedom. And it's opening the avenue. So when we went to the winery yesterday in the Mendoza wineries, you were supposed to have reservations somewhere, but we got there super late and we're only using cash, Bitcoin, and gold for a challenge. And since we couldn't book reservations because you have to put your card in when we got to the hotel that we had to make sure took cash, we then said, well, let's just drive around and find a winery that seems to be open. And that's exactly what we did. And because of that, we had one of the most surreal experiences ever meeting these mega business owners from Holland. So this guy, one of them, he was probably 6'7", 6'8", older gentleman. He was born in Holland. He was raised in South Africa, and he has a shipping business where he ships goods from South Africa to the Caribbean islands. And he was an investor at that winery, and he was kind of the person who funded it, which was a beautiful winery. So I was having this in-depth, really great conversation with him, not about business, just about life. That never would have happened if you plan it out because you're sticking to some sort of schedule, which I'm not saying it's right or wrong to go with the flow or to plan things out or not plan them out. I'm just telling you my personal preference. Every single time I just do whatever I want to, and then allow things to develop as they may and as they will. That's when I have just some of the best times ever, especially when you're with people who are competent. And if you guys have confidence in yourselves to solve any problem that may arise, just being competent individuals, it allows for these kinds of surreal experiences that I know I'll remember for the rest of my life. So I don't make any recommendations ever, but wow.